Alright, so I'm shooting with my cell phone cam and doing a one-take review of a 1997 Subaru SVX. Last year they made it, and this is not a 2011 Ninja 650, although this isn't. This is a Ninja 650, this is the Subaru SVX from 97, 2011, 1997. This is brought to you by Fuji Heavy Motors Industries and Blue Mountain Brewery and their delicious Dark Mountain or Dark Hollow beer, which is right here. And you can probably see and hear that I'm halfway through. Well, this is a bit deceiving because it was a big bottle and this is glass 2.5. So don't mind me. So, Subaru SVX. Key points about it. Number one, it's mine. I've been lusting after one of these cars since I was probably 15 or 16 year old. Sitting in one at a car show. Oof. Yeah, you can tell I'm 2.5 beers in. It's a 10%, by the way. 10 point something. 15 or 16, I saw these at the auto show, and I thought it was the coolest car at the time. Short of, obviously the exotics, Lamborghinis and Ferraris. But heck, look at this. This is a Subaru with these bizarre, kind of weird McLaren DeLorean style slit window things. It's got this really cool looking interior that, at least on this LSI model, is leather, and some of the interior paneling. Here, I want to open the door for you. Oh, cool little point on the SVX is that during the nighttime, the ring around the door keyhole here will illuminate when you pull on the door handle, so you can see where the keyhole is if and you don't have the keyless entry, which this car has but doesn't have because the owner lost it. You're probably noticing the color difference on the door handle here thanks to many years of paint aging. Although the paint's in good condition, paint fades differently on different surfaces. So, door handle dark green, door panel light green-ish, teal, whatever color it is. So, inside the car, yeah, this stuff. It's like microfiber, suede, I'm not sure what it is. And then you got the vinyl up top here. Recessed door lock thing, so nobody can drop a coat hanger in there. Although I don't know how you do that with these kind of windows. That'd be tricky. The car also has a security system, which is activated by a button on the dashboard there. And it's kind of very archaic 90s style alarm system. You open the door. If you open any door that's not the driver's door and don't put the key in the ignition within like 15 seconds, it starts giving you these warning beeps, and then it goes to the full alarm, which is really annoying when you want to first open the trunk and you have 15 seconds to open the trunk and close the trunk and get in the car and put the key in the ignition before the alarm goes off. It's kind of dumb. Thankfully, that button also turns it off. Subaru's got some other neat features, like this weird button down here under the dashboard, right there, for the windshield wipers. That parks the windshield wipers higher up on the dashboard. I'm sorry, higher up on the windshield, so that the dashboard, defogger vents up yonder will melt the ice around the wipers in the winter. Otherwise, they park very low and out of your sight while you're driving. Nice feature, I suppose. And also a feature shared with my Subaru XT. I had one of those back. It was an 87 Subaru XT, and had the same feature. So I was kind of wowed and surprised that they carried it over to the SVX, which is kind of the successor, I suppose, to the Subaru XT. Whereas the XT was the super 80s styling, this is definitely super 90s styling. So I suppose it fits. So, interesting interior. Nice interior, actually. Leather seats in beautiful condition. The owners of this car that had this before me really did take good care of it. We've got basic gauges, temperature, gas, tachometer, speedometer, and a host of idiot lights. Over on the side here, we have automatic climate control. I'm going to put the key in here. Yay, there we go. Idiot lights, and I have the camera light on, so while the gauges are illuminated, you can't really tell it very well. And I'm going to sneeze. And so the gauges are exactly what you see there. The steering wheel has a nice feature for a memory easy entry exit where it has the tilt telescoping steering wheel that will raise up fully and then return to where you set it previously, so you can get out of the car without scuffing at the bottom of the steering wheel. Automatic climate control that has full auto features, econ, which is auto minus the compressor operation, defog, etc., etc. Fan speed only has high, medium, low. Below that is a hidden compartment for your 90 spec CD tape deck combo. Closing the door is kind of a nice way to clean up the appearance of the interior there. And again, more of the suede microfiber, I'm not sure what it is, combo. And they're not shy about putting it on. It's on the glove box down here. It's down on the passenger or the driver's side lower dashboard area. It's on the sides. Actually, no, this is vinyl. But it wraps all the way around the doors and even goes into the back seat area, I believe. Yeah, the back seats, which are kind of small. They're very coupe-like, very deep bucketed. There's my Guinness hat. But yeah, you get the storage in the suede back there, along with your own window controls, etc. Your own fake wood trim. My driver's door has the power windows and the lockout. This is your release handle for the door. You have a huge pocket here. But that's pretty much it for interior storage. So yeah, door lock button on the console for whatever reason. The automatic shifter has a manual button here that locks it into the lower gears and prevents it from shifting out of it. Or also, when you put it into second gear, it forces the car to start in second gear for really low traction situations. It's not a performance manual shifting thing. There's no paddle shifters, none of that. The only other, the parking brake is also, looks like an automatic shifter, but it works. And then we have the center console over here. It's kind of sticky, but has some decent storage. Currently holding my scan gauge. For the cars with OBD2 diagnostic, here's your panel. Here's where the freaking thing is. And it's a bit of a bear to pop it open, but there you go. There's your diagnostic port right there on the dashboard. So if you're running stuff and you want to see what's going on, really, really easy access to it. Oddly enough, I found that at least the scan gauge doesn't read it too well. Maybe it's an older computer. Well, it is an older computer. It's from the mid-90s. But it doesn't refresh very often, and it doesn't give very quick updates on the sensors. Although it does, the refresh rate is quite slow. The car also has a rear wiper in the back. That was not a truck horn, that was my shoe. Rear visibility is okay. This one also has a sunroof because it's the LSI. It will do the tilt and the slide back. And let's see here. Oh, there we go. And stops halfway for a reason, and then it comes back. I think you know how sunroofs work, but yeah, it's not a clear panel. It's just a body panel. Yeah, let's take a look at the engine, because this part's boring and you're like, oh, he's just looking at the interior. I've seen this before, whatever. Okay, so let's get the engine and I'll blab some more, but make it quick. And here we have the Subaru Flat 6 engine for the SVX. It's hooked up to a full-time all-wheel drive system, although a couple Subarus during maybe the 94, 95, or maybe 95, 96 model year could be had on front-wheel drive only. This one's all-wheel drive. 3.0 something. There we go. 4 cam, 3.3 liter, horizontal 6 engine, and surprisingly, this one has coil on ignition, which was completely unexpected for a car, at least to me, from the 90s, especially when this thing debuted in 92. I was impressed. This particular engine is hemorrhaging oil quite a bit from some seals up front, and that will be taken care of shortly. But otherwise runs really, really smoothly. And it's a smooth engine with a nice fat torque band. It'll pull from 1500. It will be happy at 5500. And it's nice to see an engine that's not completely covered up in plastic. Subaru did a few things like cover up the valve. The strut towers here. The windshield washer reservoir, you can't actually see the reservoir except for way down there. They also covered up things like the coolant jug. So I guess Subaru didn't want you looking at plain white jugs under the interior or under the hood. The alternator's mounted high up in the middle, just like my Jeep Wrangler. It needs new belts. The radiator's there. It's got a battery in the engine compartment, and it has some kind of plastic thing to cover the intake thing, which is missing a screw. And it has other stuff that you expect in a car, like a master cylinder and a thing to add brake fluid, and AC lines and fuel filter thing over there. I think that's the fuel filter there. I don't know. It needs some work. It's going to the shop. Oh, power steering thing. That looks nice, shiny, and clean. And this cover that's covering the accessory belts, which are good because I wouldn't want to show you because they're kind of scary looking at the moment. Other than that, and those things that I mentioned that are scary and leaking and bad are going to be addressed very, very shortly. I've only had the car for a couple weeks, and it takes a while to get parts for these things. But it's my Subaru SVX, and I'm so very happy to say that it's my Subaru SVX. It's a beautiful driving car, even despite its age. It runs amazingly well. This body is in great shape. It's solid. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't creak. It's a wonderful car to drive. It's a luxury coupe. It's not a sports car. I can see where it could be made into one if you cut some of the weight of the car. Some people have done manual transmission swaps. They've done things like put Subaru WRX STI brakes on it. And that's all well and good, but that's not the fate for this car. This one is a 97, so it's one of the last year. It is the last year they made it. One of 640 cars sold in America, and it's really close to original. So I kind of want to keep it that way. That's going to be my target for this. Keep it not 100%. It's already not a mass numbers matching car because the transmission was replaced. But it's a car that's in fantastic shape for its age. There's a motorcycle in the way, which is it's a pretty motorcycle. And do not cross the double yellow. Thank you. It's a good car. It needs some money poured into it. It needs some attention. I've already addressed and replaced all the brakes and stuff like that. It'll be better. It's a good car now. It's going to be better. And I'm going to really, really enjoy driving it. It's one of those cars that really does make you feel special when you're driving it. So if you're thinking about one of these, if it's been on your mind, like you kind of wanted to go for a Subaru SVX, find yourself a nice one. Find yourself, a good example, not something that's been ratted out. You'll appreciate it. You will like the car. You will like the car if your expectations are something like a personal luxury coupe that will surprise you in the corners. If you're looking for a sports car, you may be a little bit disappointed, mainly because it's a 4-speed automatic. This car could have been a sports car if it went down a slightly different road in development. It has the potential to be something more than that. So those of you who want to get one of these and mod the hell out of it, you got a good platform too. This is a good chassis. I'm very impressed with just the stability and the how well the chassis of this car is. So get these cars, take care of them. There's not many of them out there, and enjoy the hell out of it. That's what I'm gonna do with this one. Peace out.